Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So students, in the previous class we were talking about the questions from the sample paper for term first. Today also we will going to continue with the question answers only. We will see some of the questions from the sample paper from the different question papers for term first and try to solve it. Okay, these questions basically divided into different sections, section A, B and C. We'll start with section A and try to understand the questions. Okay, so let us start.
Water are both mixture, both are compound. Blood is a mixture whereas seawater is a compound. Blood is a compound and seawater is a mixture. So blood and seawater. You know students that blood is what? It is actually a mixture. And similarly in case of the seawater, it is also a what? It is also a kind of a kind of a mixture only. So here the answer it will be that both of them are what? They are the mixture. So the first will be the correct option for that. An unripe green fruit changes color when it ripens. What is the reason being? What is the reason behind that? Chromoplast changes to chlorophyll. Chromoplast changes to chromosome. Chromosome changes to chromoplast. Chloroplast changes to chromosome. Now you see here students, actually it was unripe green fruit. And you know that the color green in the plant is because of a pigment that we called as a chloroplast. Now, when this fruit changes the color and it becomes a ripened fruit, then we will say that it is the chloroplast which is what help in the changing of the color from green to the colored fruit. Okay, so we can say here that it is the chloroplast changes to that of the chromoplast, due to which such kind of a change can be seen. Okay, so chloroplast it changes to that of the chromoplast, and because of that such kind of a change in the color can be seen. Okay, so according to that we will see that last one, that is chloroplast changes to chromoplast, is the correct option here. Now let us move on and see the next question. Question is, while doing work and running, you move your organ like hands, legs, etc. Which among the following is correct? So when we used to do the exercise, when we used to do work, when we used to do the running, we used to see that our hand, legs, they used to move. What is the correct option here? Smooth muscle contract and pull the ligament to move the bone. Smooth muscle contract and pull the tendon to move the bone. Skeletal muscle contract and pull the ligament to move the bone. Skeletal muscle contract and pull the tendon to move the bone. So you know that tendon is what? Basically it is a connection between that of the bones to the muscles. So we can say that the skeletal muscle contracts, and due to which it helps in movement of the tendons to move the bone. So the correct option will be D. Now see here, the next question is, that is, a body is projected vertically upward from the ground. Taking vertically upward direction as positive and point of projection as origin, the sign of displacement of the body from the origin when it is at a height h during upward and downward journey will be. Now you see here, when we throw or when we project a body vertically upward from the ground, then we will see that the vertical upward direction, it is taken as a positive one. Point of projection is also taken as an origin, and the displacement is that sign of the body from the origin when it is at a point h during the upward and downward journey. What it will be? Positive, 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 negative, 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 or negative, positive. So here you will find that the first movement it will be the positive one, and as it starts coming towards downward, but as it moving in the upward direction, so that will be water, and that will be a okay. So both of them is considered to be the positive one. Okay, so we will say here the answer, it will be positive, positive. Okay, moving on and see here. When iron and sulfur are heated at high temperature, we have taken iron filling, we have taken sulfur powder, and when we heat it together, what happened? You see, students, that we know that when Fe plus S, this it will be heat into that of the china dish, then there is a formation of a iron sulfide. Now black colored iron sulfide is formed, mixture of iron and sulfur is obtained, yellow colored iron sulfide is formed, and they do not heat. So when both all of them are heated together, then there is a formation of a black colored FeS is formed here, students. So according to all these options, the first one is supposed to be the correct option, in which there is a formation of a ferrous sulfate occur, iron sulfide occur. Okay, so answer will be formation of a iron sulfide. A water tanker which is filled up to 2/3 of its height is moving with the uniform speed. On a sudden application of brake, the water in the tank would. So you know that suppose a water tank is there, which is kept, a water tanker which is actually kept at a certain height, and it is filled up to 2/3 of its height, and it is moving with the uniform speed. So when we apply a sudden brake into it, the water in that of the tank, it will move backward, move forward, be unaffected, or rise upward. So we can say here that it will move in the forward direction. Okay. Now epithelial tissue always has an exposed outer and an inner surface anchored to connective tissue by a thin non-circular structure. So a thin non-circular structure is what? Non-stratified layer, stratified layer, basement membrane, or fibroblast. So here that small lining, which is the thin non-circular structure, is what? It is the basement membrane. So we can say here the answer will be the basement membrane, student. Okay. Now next one is, which one of these options are not a function of the ribosome? So basically, first one is, it help in manufacture of protein molecule. Second one, it help in manufacture of enzyme. Third one, it help in manufacture of hormone. Fourth one, it help in manufacture of a starch molecule. So basically you will see that the function of ribosome: help in the manufacture of protein molecule, help in manufacture of enzyme, help in manufacture of hormone, help in manufacture of a starch molecule. So the function of ribosome, it help in the protein manufacture of the protein. This is the one of the function of that of the ribosome. And the second one, that second one we can say here, students. Okay, so here it is, the second function is the that is, it basically help in the manufacture of enzyme also. So the role of the ribosome is to help in the manufacture of protein molecule, as well as it help in the manufacture of enzyme. Now what is not the function of the ribosome then? It is in the manufacture of hormone and in the manufacture of the starch molecule. So these two are not the function of the ribosome. So according to that, the third option is the correct one, that is third and fourth. Here these two are not a function of the ribosome. Area under V1 graph represent a physical quantity which has the unit. Now the area under a velocity time graph, students, what is that physical quantity which is having the unit here? So it will be meter only, because it will be the velocity time graph. It is the distance, that physical quantity which help in the Distance time graph is basically help in the in that finding of that of the displacement time graph is the help in finding that of the velocity. So that physical quantity is having the unit that is meter. Engulfing of food material or foreign body. Engulfing of food material or foreign body by cell like amoeba called. So food material or the foreign bodies by cell like amoeba, it is called as the endocytosis. You know that the process of diffusion is the exchange of the gases or exchange of the material. Osmosis is the same thing but with the help of the semi-permeable membrane, and plasmolysis are the when it loses the water molecule from the cell. Okay, so the correct option, it will be endocytosis, in which the engulfing of the food will be occur with the help of the pseudopodia by amoeba, that is called as endocytosis. Okay, now epiblema. Epiblema bears what? Cutinized hair, uncutinized hair, root hair, both B and C. So the correct option here, it will be that it consisting of the uncutinized hair is there and root hair is present. Okay, so there is no cuticle is present, student. It is not cutinized hair but root hair is present there. So the correct option, it will be both B and C. The numerical ratio of displacement to distance for a moving object is. So displacement to distance for a moving object, it is always equals to that of the 1. Okay, so here the correct option, it is always equals to 1. Then the next one is that a plant X is kept under natural sunlight. Another plant is there Y, which is kept inside a room. Both X and Y are kept under observation for a week and the result is drying of the plant Y. Which of the following are the reason behind it? I'm repeating the question here, student. See, a plant X is there which is kept under natural sunlight. So we have taken a plant and we had kept it at the natural satellite there. Then we have taken another plant Y and we had kept it inside the room. Both X and Y, they are kept for an observation for 1 week, and the result that we find in drying of the plant Y, it is, what is the reason behind it? You will find it that the Y, it will get dry. It is because, one, absence of sunlight. Second one, photosynthesis is not occurring. Third one, depletion of stored food. Fourth one, it is not with other plant. Basically, first, second and third, all these are the correct option. You see why, student? See, when you keep the plant in a dark room, it start using the food that was stored earlier, because right now, because of the absence of sunlight, no process of a photosynthesis is taking place in it. So it starts using the starch which was already stored in the plant. Okay, so the first, second and the third, all the three are the correct option, but the fourth is the wrong answer. So according to that, A will be the correct option, in which you can see first, second and third is the option. Now see here, second is, which of the following is not a scalar quantity? Mass, distance, density and force here. So which is not a scalar quantity? Mass is that of the scalar mass is what is the scalar quantity. Distance also we know that is a scalar quantity. Density is also a scalar quantity, but force, you know that force is what? It is a vector quantity. So Newton is what? Is the SI unit and it is a vector quantity. Okay, so the correct option, it will be the force, which is not a scalar quantity but it is a vector quantity. Okay, so this is the correct option here. Now the next one, when a beam of a light is passed through a true solution, it gets. So you can see here there is a beaker, and this beaker consisting of a solution. So when we allow a torch which is producing a beam of a light, and when this beam of a light falls to this to that of the solution, you will find that it starts scattering the light which is entering into it. So we can say here that when a beam of a light passes through a two solution, it gets scattered. Okay, so path of the light does not visible, absorbed or reflected. Now see here, one more thing, students. Okay, that is true that when a beam of a light passes through a solution, it scatters the light. But here we must know the difference. That is it basically happen in that of the colloidal solution or the suspension. But if it is a true solution, in case of a true solution, the particle size is really very small. They are very small in size. So they do not scatter. They do not allow the light particles to be visible. So no scattering of the light will take place. So we can say here that path of the light is also not visible. Okay. So here the correct option is D1. Okay, so path of light does not visible. Now see here, ERF1 is the release factor in eukaryotes that required. So basically ATP for binding to ribosome, GTP for binding to ribosome, then ATP and GTP for binding to ribosome, and Mn2 for binding to ribosome. So GTP is actually guanosine triphosphate. Like adenosine we are knowing, it's come from adenine. Similarly, guanosine come from guanine, and that is the site for binding to the ribosome. So here the answer will be GTP. Now the next one is, Rita poured 140 gram of sugar into 1000 ml of water in a beaker. She stirred the water to dissolve the sugar completely. Then she heated the solution until it was reduced to 1/4 of solution. How many gram of sugar can be recovered from the remaining solution? So she has poured 140 gram of sugar into 1000 ml of water in a beaker. She continuously stirring the water in order to make the sugar dissolve completely. Then she starts heating the solution until it reduces to 1/4 of the solution. So how many gram of sugar is left behind from the remaining solution? So you know that in this process evaporation is going on. And you know that in the process of evaporation only the water will get evaporated. So we can say here that there will be no such a change that we will going to find it in the solute amount. So it will remain as 140 gram only. So here the answer it will be 140 gram. Question number 18. In a rocket, a large volume of gases produced by combustion of fuel is allowed to escape through its tail nozzle in the downward direction with the tremendous speed and make the rocket to move upward. Which principle is followed in this takeoff the rocket? Basically, a large volume of gases is produced by the combustion of fuel, and this will allow to escape through its tail nozzle in the downward direction. And this is because of the law of conservation of momentum. So the correct option it will be conservation of momentum. Now the nucleus controls all the activities of the cell and acts as a size of a DNA material and protein synthesis. It is composed of some component which all together give the nucleus its functionality. Here is shown a figure of nucleus. with some of its component labeled as A, B, C and D. Can you name these components correctly? So you see here, student, the first one is the nucleons, chromatin, nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm. Then nucleus is there, chromatin, nuclear membrane and nucleoplasm. Then nucleolus, chromatin, nuclear membrane and nucleoplasm. D is nucleolus, chromatin, nuclear membrane and nuclear wall. Out of the given four, you will find that it is the C option, in which A, nucleolus is there, B is the chromatin, C is the nuclear membrane and D is the nucleoplasm. So according to that, C will be the correct option. Okay, so we can say here that correct option is C here. Tiny pores are found on the surface of leaf of plants. These pores are called stomata. These stomata, surrounded by kidney-shaped guard cells, provide many vital functions to the plant. You know that in case of the plants, there are small pores are present. And these pores basically called as stomata, which help in the exchange of the gases and the water to take place. Now let us see that which of the following function is actually not served by stomata for the plants. First one, exchange of gases, particularly carbon dioxide and oxygen with atmosphere. Second one, loss of water in the form of a vapor during transpiration. Help to create pressure for the water to rise upward by the process of transpiration. Help the leaf to carry out the process of photosynthesis. So you know that the first one, exchange of gases, is take place with that of the stomata, that is correct. Loss of water in the form of a vapor during transpiration, this is also correct. It helps in creating the pressure for the water to rise upward by the process of transpiration, this is also correct, because the transpiration pool that we called as. Help the leaf to carry out the process of photosynthesis. No, this is not the correct option, because we can say here that that it will help in the process of photosynthesis, and according to that, see the water which will be outside and the exchange of gases can take place, but this is not only the thing by which the process of photosynthesis will occur. So we can say here that which one is not the function of the stomata by the plant, that is the D one. Next one is, if we put camphor in an open container, its amount keeps on decreasing due to the phenomenon of. So if we will put a camphor in an open container, you know that it starts evaporating. It means camphor being solid will get converted into the gaseous state. And this process is called as sublimation. So we can say here the camphor, it get converted into a gaseous state, that is called as sublimation. Okay. Now, which of the following part of the plant where stomata are present? So basically, these stomata are present at the leaves. It is also present in the stem. It is also present in the roots and all of the other, all of these. So the option, it will be present basically in the leaves, because in the roots and that of the stem, there is a lenticel which help in the exchange of the gases. So stomata is basically present in the leaves of the plant. Acts as a continuous membrane bound organelle that are responsible for metabolism of carbohydrate. Nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum and chloroplast. So according to that, it is the endoplasmic reticulum where the metabolism of carbohydrate can take place easily. Okay.